Hey everybody, it's Tanya Atomic, and this is 31 Days of Horror. We're watching the Universal horror movies, and I just want to say, they there isn't like there's a ton of horror and creepy and sci-fi movies that Universal came out with. So many, and I looked up. I'm going off of the Wikipedia list because there's 30 of them, and we're watching those this year for 31 days. And one that's not on the list that I'm going to add in for our number 6 movie is The Old Dark House. And I always call it Old Dark House, I think, because the poster you can't really see the B very well. So I always call it Old Dark House, but it is The Old Dark House. And one thing I noticed so far is that these movies are all based on books, based on novels. So I didn't ever realize that, but at least these early ones are all based on novels. And I think that's interesting. They take liberties, they're a little bit different. They're adapted to for the screen, and they're a little bit different than the novels. But I haven't read Old Dark House, but I'm interested in doing so and seeing what it's like. But I enjoy The Old Dark House. It's James Whale is the director, and it's kind of got inspired by German expressionism a little bit. There's some shadow work in the film, just like there is in some of his other films. And basically, I feel like it's the beginning of, Old Dark House films as a trope, where some travelers come to a house, it's stormy, or their car breaks down, or whatever, and they come to a house, and the house has creepy stuff in it, and they go on this creepy adventure. And this movie is one of the first I've ever seen, if it's not the first at all. And I've seen many films with that use this trope. I would say, like Rocky Horror Picture Show, obviously, is about cult or horror films, I guess, and sci-fi films, and it does a homage to that trope. I would even say Clue, the movie Clue, does that, even though people are coming to the house by invitation. So they kind of fuse the tropes of what is it, House on Haunted Hill, where it's everybody's invited to come to this house, but they don't know each other and they have to discover why. And then kind of the Old Dark House, where it's stormy out and travelers get trapped in this house together. And which, I mean, those are both great tropes. So I mean, admittedly, they're both great tropes, and so they are fun to watch. The Old Dark House, I guess when it came out, I read something about how it had mixed reviews. Some reviews were great, some reviews were bad. I really enjoyed this film quite a bit. It has a lot of deadpan humor, dry humor in it, or just, weird, wacky, goofy humor. It's not slapstick by any means. It's more dialogue-based humor or situational humor. There are a cast of crazy characters. Like I said, it was, the normal people come to a house. There's a cast of crazy characters, and all sorts of activity happens. They're amongst some witty lines and funny characters or weird characters that make you laugh. And it's just weird here. It's a little bit off-center humor. I don't know how to describe it, but I really enjoy it. I enjoy the humor in this film a lot. But as well, it tries to have some action and some creepy stuff in it too. And as far as the genre and the trope and everything, I really enjoy this. So I would suggest it, especially if you like the old Universal horror films. If you're interested, it's not a silent film, but if you like films of that era, 30s films, and visuals of silent films, because I think it does build on top of that. You can see the influence, I guess, or just the the logical next step in this film. So I recommend it, The Old Dark House.